Hi Vogue, it's Ariana Grande and I am here today to walk you through some of my skin prep and do a hopefully cute makeup look. I'm gonna start with the Sarah Ford BioCell Oxygen Serum. Sarah's been doing my skin for a couple of years now. She really transformed the texture of my skin. It's so soft and smooth, and I still have breakouts all the time when I'm using a lot of makeup on set, but it keeps my skin as clear as possible and non-reactive as possible, so I'm very obsessed. Next, I'm going to use La Mer moisturizer, and I'm going to mix it with some SPF. Growing up in Florida, I spent a lot of time in the sun. I think that's probably where some of my discoloration and my freckles and everything comes from. It's important to protect your skin as much as possible when you're using so much makeup. Clearly I wear a lot of makeup. I'm sure everyone's gonna be like, who? Next, I'm going to use REM Beauty Under Eye Cooling Balm. This is one of my favorite products we have. This has like my favorite texture in the world. It's super cool and plumping, so it fills out any little fine lines and creates like such a smooth base for your makeup. I'm also going to use these Shiseido eye patches. Which way are they supposed to go, world? Because I do them this way, but I have to be wrong. At like 4 in the morning, I'm always with my headphones doing my meditation in the car, and then I get ready for a day on set. So they've been on for like a good 4 hours now, so I'm gonna take these off. Now I'm gonna get into my makeup. The first thing I'm going to use is our brand new REM Beauty Sweetener Foundation. I'm using the shade Light 8 NW. I'm gonna use like a pump and a half. Next, I'm gonna use Sweetener Concealer. My shade is Light 4G, and I'm gonna get ready to set with this Anastasia Vanilla Setting Powder. I like to set pretty quickly after I apply. I just try to make sure that nothing could possibly move. I'm gonna go a little bit out of order and start to fill in my eyebrows because I'm sure they're probably driving you crazy too. I'm currently like half Glinda. I've been bleaching my eyebrows for a year now and I definitely need to touch them up. I'm gonna fill them in with this MAC eyebrow styler in the shade Fling. I like to make the ends really short and kind of shave them and ruin them and then draw the shape I like, which is more of a like kind of straight and lifted Audrey Hepburn-ish shaped brow. So I'm gonna try to do that. I kind of have eyebrows now. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I feel like I'm going in a strange order today, but I'm just gonna go with the flow and we'll figure it out together. I started doing family theater and community theater in Boca Raton, Florida, which is crazy, when I was like 8 years old, and I always associated each character I played with a different makeup kit. So when I was Annie, I remember using a different blush or a different, like, even though I was 8 and there was so minimal makeup, that was always a really fun thing to me. And then in music, I don't know, like a different look for each song and video. It became such an important piece of the puzzle, and it's such an important part of being an artist and of storytelling. And also from watching drag. I love drag so much. It is so inspiring to me. When I was on Broadway doing 13, I used to go afterwards to like see the queens, and sometimes I would end up singing, and that was just a really joyous and important part of my life. I'm going to use this contour. It says Nuria too because I stole this from my makeup artist. I have a massive forehead to begin with, and my hairline is sliding back more and more every day, so I have to contour it more and more as time goes on. And then I'm going to highlight using our REM Beauty Miss Mercury highlight. I'm not flipping you off, but maybe, you know? I was always fascinated by Audrey Hepburn and Marilyn Monroe because you could tell that they were doing these makeup tricks before anyone really had it figured out yet. You look at like Audrey's gorgeous brows that she drew and the way she did her lipstick, like slightly like over here, and then Marilyn had her own tricks. It's just, and I think she used to use Vaseline as highlight back then. It's just so cool. It's always fascinated me. I've always loved makeup. I don't know what I am doing. This is the most discombobulated makeup video on Vogue's channel. I'm gonna do Bobbi Brown. I'm gonna take this pink that is over here, that one, and just kinda, my whole lid basically, but also my whole face. One of my favorite things to do is to create like a 60s looking cat eye, and I'm gonna use our multi-use eye stick in Intergalactic. I'm really concerned about making sure you guys are seeing everything, and in the process of doing so, I can't see a goddamn thing I'm doing. I'm just coloring like a 4-year-old, but it will come together, trust me. My next step is gonna be blush, and I'm gonna use Dior Rosy Glow. Something I do with my blush that also makes no sense is I like go in my eyebrows and my this and kind of everywhere. Something else that I fell in love with recently is doing like a shadowy version of a cat eye instead of a liquid line. Back to the Bobbi Brown. I'm gonna mix that guy and this one. Oh my god, I'm allowed to use this, I just found out. We have hope. I feel like my relationship to beauty has changed so much over the years, especially because I started so young, you know, being exposed to so many voices at a young age, and especially when people have like things to say about your appearance and stuff at a young age, it's like really hard to know what's worth hearing and not. But you know, when you're 17, you don't really know, you don't know that yet. I, over the years, used makeup as a disguise or as something to hide behind, and more hair, more and more thicker the eyeliner, the whatever, you know, and that can be so beautiful at times, and I still do have love for it. I'm doing mascara and appreciation for it, but I think as I get older, I don't love that being the intention behind it anymore. I think of it as self-expression now and accentuating what is here. Our relationships to beauty are so personal. Like, we're here talking about beauty secrets. Isn't the secret that we all just want to feel our best and be loved? Full transparency, as a beauty person, as I do my lips, I've had a ton of lip filler over the years and Botox. I stopped in 2018 because I just felt so too much. I just felt like hiding, you know? Didn't expect to get emotional. Take 300. No, for a long time, beauty was about hiding for me. And now I feel like maybe it's not. Since I stopped getting fillers and Botox, and maybe I'll start again one day, I don't know. To each their own, whatever makes you feel beautiful, I do support. But I know for me, I was just like, oh, I want to see my well-earned cry lines and smile lines. I hope my smile lines get deeper and deeper, and I laugh more and more. And I just think aging is like it can be such a beautiful thing. Now, might I get a facelift in 10 years? Might. Yeah, but these are just thoughts that I feel like we should be able to discuss. If we're sitting here talking about beauty secrets, fuck it, let's lay it all out there. Juicy tubes. Something I do, and that's insane, but I use my lip stain and then I put gloss and then I wipe it off so it looks like I actually have pigment in my lips, which I don't. I'm gonna use pink razor instead. It's a little more fair. Mod Vanilla, my favorite. Love it I actually do love it so much. Fragrance is so important to me. It's one of my favorite things to work on. I saw Hailey Bieber use my product in her video and I brought hers to mine because I love this lip mask. It's so good. This is the watermelon, but I think the birthday cake is my favorite. I'm gonna make this line a little heavier because I know that's what the children want. When I did Drag Race, Rue came out to come sit at the judging panel. She was like, Miss Grande, I love your never-ending stream of PR packages that are constantly arriving. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Do you want it to end? It can end if you want it to. And he was like, no, I really mean it. I love it. And you created the perfect chocolate brown eye pencil. And I was like, oh, I can and will die now. That was the best moment of my makeup career so far. I'm gonna set with Fenty setting spray. They don't sell this anymore.